welcome to Uncommonly Good MTG. I am your host, Dr. Yukon Suck It. Wait, let me say that better. Dr. Yukon Suck It. So, today I am broadcasting to you from my secret underground headquarters deep inside the bowels of the mountain chain somewhere in the continental United States. Or not. And I'm going to bring to you a deck I refer to currently as ORZHOV Superfriends. So let me just tell you, I found this deck over on Magic GG. It's the same place I've been looking at for the last few nights. I thought this one looked pretty interesting. I'm kind of in the mood to play ORZHOV being black and white. And in reality, this isn't exactly black and white. As you can see right there, there's a big old red card right there. But it's such a small amount of red, I figure we can still call it ORZHOV conveniently. And I'll point out where we need that red. Valki, God of Lies. So let's take a look at this deck, and I'll tell you why it's Super Friends. Super Friends because it's got a lot of Planeswalkers in it. Now, and even more so, it's got like 5 Planeswalkers, and or maybe 4.5, and then like 3 legendary dudes of ginormous power. So we'll point those out as we get to them. All right. So anyways, here we go. Let's start off with the low end. We've got Duress. Duress is a single mana card. That lets you take a look at your opponent's hand. That's probably the best thing that it'll let you do. And you could choose a non-creature, non-land card from it, and they have to discard that card. So just don't worry so much about the whole discarding thing. It's great if that happens, but you know, if all they got is creatures and lands, at least you got to see it, right? I'm not convinced this is really the best card we could put in here, but it's what's in here, at least in this version. It's the Mythic Platinum list. Somebody thought it was a great idea, and they've done very well with it. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to leave it as is for right now. All right, next on the list is Luminarch Aspirant. And our pal Luminarch is a 1/1 for 2. But at the beginning of combat, you put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control, which, if she's out there all by herself, would be her making her into a 2/2 for 2. Permanent right away. As long as somebody can't just, instant kill with 1 point of damage right off the bat, then she'll live for a little bit, possibly. Usually if they're going to kill, it would be something that will kill her regardless of her mana type or her toughness. All right, so here we go. Here is the reason why we have red in the deck. Is just in case we can make it up to 7, and we might potentially be able to play Tibalt, Cosmic Imposter. Tibalt by himself is a whole deck. If you could just get Tibalt out, more than likely you might be able just to win. I mean, it's that good of a card. I think Tibalt's fantastic. The biggest problem with Tibalt is that, you know, when he's not hulking out and he's back in his Bruce Banner form at 2 mana, he's Valki, God of Lies, who is a legendary creature. That's why, you know, it's one of the super friends here. Is because legendary creature, but really it's because, this is why I counted it as 4.5 Planeswalkers, is because he's either a legendary creature or he's a legendary Planeswalker. But that Valki, that dude, he gets the gambler in me. And I'm not a gambler, but if I got 2 mana and he's in my hand, I'm going for it. Mostly so that I can hopefully grab some big creature out of their hand, keep it away from them, and then if we're lucky, even be able to use it ourselves. In all reality, if you got Duress on turn 1, Valki turn 2, you'd be able to see whether it's worth playing Valki. And so, and if it's just creatures and non-lands, then hey man, you got creatures to pull, and Valki can take it. So that's a good combo. I wouldn't say it's so combo-rific or anything, but Elias allows you to play Valki without the gamble. We got Vanishing Verse, which, like I've said multiple times, is not that great of a card in today's set, just because Streets of New Capenna has so many multicolored cards, and you were not going to be able to take them out. But it's in here. It's a great card otherwise, so hopefully we'll be able to make good use of it. What's great about it is that you're exiling, number 1, any permanent except for, you know, exit target monocolored permanent. And lands don't count as being colored, so that's why they can just say that. But then also it's at instant speed. So in all reality, I mean, you could take out man lands with this, which is what I usually like to do with it. Those things are usually colored as well. I don't know why you can't just take them out early now I think about it. Doesn't say anything about, yeah, we should be able to take them out early. I have to try that sometime. I just always assumed we had to wait till they became creatures. We'll find out. All right, we got the Meathook Massacre, one of the best cards from its set. You cost 2 to put out. At which point then, whenever a creature you control dies, each opponent loses 1 life, and whenever a creature an opponent control dies, you gain a life. Now, if you happen to have X, as it comes into play, each creature gets -XX, -X until the end of turn, which usually will sweep the board if you play it right. So, but my advice is don't wait. Usually things grow outside of this thing's ability to target, and the other abilities on this are too valuable to just let it sit in your hand. So, yeah, I've never noticed that weird dead dude in the background. That's pretty grisly. I'm so focused usually on the cleaver and on that hand hanging on the hook right there. All right, let's move on. We got Elite Spellbinder. Elite Spellbinder. So this guy lets you look at your opponent's hand again. We got a lot of that going on, don't we? Between Valki and Elite Spellbinder and Duress. So far, we're looking at hands. And you get to pick something, and you get to say, no, man, it's going to cost you 2 more to cast that spell. It's also exiled, which is kind of actually bad. You can't force a discard at that point. But they can play it, you know, and it's safe from our ability to do things too. So it's kind of a double-edged sword. But at least you get a 3/1 flyer out of the deal. I don't really, that's usually people don't mind too much. They usually just kill him because, you know, they just target him with some sort of creature removal, and he doesn't have much else to do other than just fly and attack for 3. We got Wedding Announcement. Great card out of that vampire set. And yeah, it puts out tokens, and if you attack with 2 dudes, instead of getting the token, you get to draw a card, but on the 3rd turn, it becomes a Glorious Anthem. So between getting little token dudes and getting draw cards out of the deal, that's all great. At which point then you've got, did I just do something mad? No, okay, we're still good. At which point then, yeah, it becomes a Glorious Anthem, giving everybody +1/+1. We got Adeline, a legendary creature, so part of the Super Friends as far as I'm concerned. You know, she's kind of like a Wonder Twin kind of level Super Friend. You know, maybe more of like a Batman, you know, no real superpowers themselves, even though she does, which is to cause other dudes to magically appear on the battlefield whenever any creature you have attacks. You get to put out that 1/1. And it's also tapped and attacking. So yeah, she summons the Horde, well, 1 person at a time, to help you out. Other than that, she is equal to the number of creatures you control as far as her power is concerned. And with having that 4, she can dodge around a lot of, you know, individual creature kills in the red category, which usually goes up to 2 or 3 mana. We got Legion Angel, which is just a 4/3 flyer, but anytime that you play one, you can go and fetch another one out of the sideboard. We got 3 others in the sideboard there for it. I think that's pretty much it for all of pretty much the regular dudes. Now we're going to get into the actual Super Friends. We got the Wandering Emperor, who is the pinnacle of white control at the moment. You can play her as Flash for 4, and then when she comes into play, you can either jam out a White Samurai token or put a +1/+1 counter on a target creature and give it first strike, or more likely -2 it to exile target tapped creature, in which case then you gained 2 life. After you use her exile ability, you know, she's a little, but you know, it's still pretty good. You can keep putting counters on things and eventually throw out some samurais, put counters back on those dudes. It all works out. We got Sorin the Mirthless. Stupid ass Sorin right there looking at you with his stupid face. Anyways, he's a 4 to put out, and he's got 4 for things. Anyways, the deal is that you create 2/3 flying black, you know, black vampire creature tokens with flying and lifelink. And you do that for 2. And other than that, you just keep drawing cards, and you can choose to put it into your hand. If you do, you got to pay the mana value of that card in life. So he's a little on the expensive side as far as getting that card draw. But, you know, that's what you do. I don't think I've ever seen anybody use the -7 effect for him, which does 13 points of damage to any target. You know, I don't know. Edgar is way more, he's not a planeswalker, but he is a legendary creature. And he's way more flexible because when he comes out, all vampires get +1/+1. And whenever he dies, you know, you just got to dodge those exiles, right? Whenever he dies, he transforms over into a artifact coffin. And then for each turn after that, you throw out a 1/1 white and black vampire token with lifelink. And then you put a token on the coffin. And after there are 3 or more bloodline counters on the coffin, you remove it and transform it back into Edgar, who then gives all those vampires +1/+1 again. He himself is a 4/4, so he's a constant reoccurring guy. Just has to watch out for being exiled. So he's fantastic as far as the creature is concerned. We got Lolth, who is a spider queen there. She's Legendary Super Friend. Anyways, when she comes out, you have the ability to create two 2/1 black spider tokens with Menace and Reach. And then as your dudes die, then she goes up in loyalty. That's how you do it. And so then eventually you can do the -8. And usually people don't get around to that. It's not that big of a deal. It is pretty nice because it says that whenever an opponent is dealt combat damage by one or more of your creatures this turn, if that player lost less than 8 life this turn, they lose life equal to the difference. So as long as you could do some sort of combat damage to it by one of your creatures to the player, they're going to lose at least 8 life that turn. At least. We got Kaya the Inexorable, just like Dr. Suckett is the Inexorable as well. And one of the things that she does that's great is that -3, exile target non-land permanent. So yeah, take that stuff out. Suckett. I've seen the -7 happen before. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may cast a legendary spell from your hand or your graveyard, or from cards you own in exile without paying its mana cost. So yeah, you could just start popping your Super Friends back from wherever they happen to be back out into play every single turn. Yikes, right? And the ghost form, pretty good too. You start putting it on dudes you got non-token creatures, right? So nothing that Adeline's going to pump out, nothing that What Announcement's going to pop out. But, you know, Legion Angel, yeah, Elite Spellbinder, Luminarch, all that works. Anyways, and it says when this creature dies or put into exile, you return it to the owner's hand, which means you can recast it, right? And then also you get to create a 1/1 spirit token with flying. So there's a lot of token creation in this deck, which is great. There's a lot of looking at the other person's hands, so you get information. A little bit of card draw, because Lolth does that for 0. You draw a card and lose 1 life. In reality, I like that better than Sorin's ability. I mean, one life, fine. That's just 1 life. And you draw a card, you draw it, you know. Sorin, he makes you pay for it in a big way. Everything else is pretty good. You got a lot, like I said, a lot of Planeswalkers, a lot of Legendary, but Kaya works really well with that. So over here we've got a man land in the case of a Frost Dragon. We got a man land in the case of Eye Tyrants. We got this guy who allows you to mill and then return a creature or Planeswalker from your graveyard to your hand. So more than likely you can actually use this one, because I bet you're going to get a Planeswalker out of the deal. We've got Eiganjo, which does 4 damage to target attacking or blocking creature. I've used that a bunch. It's always a really good card. We got a bunch of, we got normal plains, normal swamps, and we got dual plains, which include a red. There's some red right there, but you know, in reality, you just need 1 for playing Valki, God of Lies, for playing Tybalt. As soon as you got 1 red, you can pretty much ignore all the rest of it. Nothing else in here takes red. But so you just play it for white, play that for black, and these are fast. You know, as long as you get 1 red out, you're good to go for the rest of the game. I mean, it'd suck if they then killed it and you didn't have it, because you wouldn't be able to pull it unless they can pull any land regardless of whether they don't say non-basic land or something. Just depends what the deal is. Anyway, so that's the deck. Let's go try it out and see how well this is going to work. Subscribe. All right, we're playing against Bluerat. That's pretty good. I was like 3 lands. That's a good way to start. Keep it. We go into, I don't know, let's see what we got going on here. Let's just do white. Do you need 2 whites to be able to play Adeline, and she's coming up well before Sorin. Ooh, no. Am I going to do it? You bet I'm going to do it. Here we go. Valki, God of Lies. Bad boys. What you're going to do? I'm going to take Font of Hope. And I know somebody who's going to be a Giada here really quickly. What else we got up here, by the way? Farewell. Oh, that blights. That bites. That is not good either. Of course, if I get a Giada, then the pick Angel, that'd be their own hand that they'd be sucking up on. All right, here we go. We'll put out another white. We're going to pop this guy. Pay 2. Is that what it costs for her? Yep. Pay. Auto pay. Yep, we're going to be a Giada, and this whole attack. I'm hitting you with your own hand. I'm hitting you. Stop hitting yourself. Touch the precious. Oops, should I do it? I should do it. I should do it. Let's see that one. Yeah, I'm good. I don't necessarily want to kill the Jihad at the moment. I'm playing an Angel deck now, apparently. Yeah, okay, he's going for non-Angel, I'm sure. Oh, we went for Cleric. Let's see, what do I care about here? Wedding announcement? See, that Righteous Valkyrie has got to die. Alright, sorry Righteous, you were going to be mine, but it's not happening now. We were going to have such a good time together. Alright, he's trolling up on Farewell here pretty quick. I might have to just use I might have to just keep doing this. Oh, that was a dumb idea. I'll pretend like I'm gonna do something. Alright. Yeah, fighting against Angels is going to be rough for me. And there's that one I probably used up all of my Valkis at this point. Do I want to get rid of something? I do. What are we going to get rid of here? Farewell, farewell. Boy, trying to make it through that Angel is going to be rough with the Vigilance and everything. Yeah, see, I need a nice board wipe. That's not. Oh, all right. Let's see what we can do here. I only got 2 life. They got me. No matter what's going to happen here. All attack. There we go. I think I could do 21 in 1 turn. Don't block. I got him down to. Got 11 down. Don't touch the precious. Dude, there is 0 reason for that. That's just rude. Feed my fish. You're just being rude. Here, I'm just going to cancel out of that. There we go. Concede. Suck it. You didn't get to win. Therefore, I won. That defeats yours. We're playing against Arcya, whatever that is. We got 4 mana and a red Valki. Let's keep it. Let's keep it. Like I said, I'm gonna choke it back on the Valki. I kind of went a little hardcore on it last time. Let's see. We have any whites there. White. White. Bad boys, what you gonna do? Alright, that's a very patient looking fox you got there. Alright, can I do anything to kill that thing? Well, I got Eiganjo, which is 3 mana. I'm going to go ahead and play the red in this case. And, no attacks. So I think I'm going to take out the Sarwolf with the Eiganjo. Or Eiganjo. I always want to pronounce it with 2 J's, but it's Ganjo. Is it Eiganjo? I'll have to figure out how to pronounce it. I'm sure it's an actual name of something somewhere. Alright, so I'm getting a whole lot of not black mana. Let's do that first. And let's Legion Angel. No attacks. We're good to go. I'll see you later, Legion Angel. It was nice knowing you. Who are you taking out? Ooh! They want a lesson? Fine, alright, here's a lesson for you. It's interesting. They're playing, looks like, what is this? Jund? But, yeah, they're running out of cards in their hand. And there's a bunch of creatures. What shall we do? Nice if I could steal that card. That'd be fantastic. But I don't think that's going to happen here. I can't play Sorin because I don't have 2 black. Let's do this. And, Meathook Massacre. Invoke Despair. That is all bad stuff. I'll tell you what, let's make it harder to play that. I was going to make it to 7, but I just don't want to Invoke Despair. He doesn't have anything that Valki's going to do me any good on, so we're not playing Valki. I can tell you we're going to get Meathooked pretty quickly here, so let's just go for it. Whatever, man. Here we go. Here comes the hook. And then after the hook, we'll see the mascot exhibition. He'll probably try to come in for 4 on his turn. I mean, he needs 1 more mana if he's going to take out the Legion Angel with the hook. And there it is. Okay. So that's Nick's turn. That's a lot of mana for me, a lot of life for me to overcome at this point. Oh, and he didn't go for the attack. That's quite interesting. Alright, I do not need another red. We're good to go. And we made, did we make it up? Or was here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need 1 more for Valki. He's got enough to wipe out the Legion Angels. Let's just send them both in. Yeah, okay, whatever, man. And the problem is now I can't do an Eiganjo on that guy. That sucks. He's beyond my ability. Okay. It's wedding announcement. You know what I might as well do is... Oh, it's lost. I'll be able to put out Valki on the next turn. I think it does do Planeswalkers, does it? Nah, it's just creatures. Good. There we go. Alright. Tybalt, you're gonna have to do your thing, my friend. Let's go for it. Oop, guess who I get to play? Well, that's not good. Alright, come on, attack me. Attack me. Play your mascot exhibition, and that Meathook is going to suffer. He's playing Golgari control. Alright, we're gonna start super friending it. What do I got there? 3 mana otherwise? So I gotta kind of bait it out a little bit, otherwise he's just gonna Meathook. He's definitely gonna Meathook before he goes for the mascots. If he throws down mascots, I'm just gonna start slamming dudes out. I'll push over his red. Let's push it over. Oh, we should push over. That'd be funny. Oh, there he goes. That sucks. Well, I know what I'm doing this next turn. Now we're the ones with practically no cards in our hands. But yeah, he's just playing control. He's playing really tight to the vest here. Feed the fish. That fox is so boring. What's poor Tybalt doing over here? He's just dragging some... Oh, great, he's going to play it again. Samurai! Oh, we got our own Meathook. Alright, I'm gonna pump this guy. Pump! Let's do this. Let's bait ourselves into a Meathook here. 0. There we go. That's a thing. At least we won't lose life from the whole Meathook when he takes us out in a second here. There it is. Alright, now they're going to get down to the real game. Oh, son of a Texas loving monkey. I mean, I could have put out a samurai and then... Yeah. Okay, so if he shoots me now with that stupid spare, I'm going to lose 2 life. There we go. And everything on the table there. Nice to have some man lands now. I mean, how many times can you take that thing back? Again, there we go. Alright, here we go. And that's it. We are out of tricks. And we're dead. Well, that was a vicious beating. Really, that whole deck is nothing but just getting out the despair card over and over and over again. Subscribe. And we're playing against Lowtus. That's kind of a dumb name. Alright, nothing is as awesome as Dr. Suckit. We've got a lot of red mana potentially for not really needing red mana, but we'll keep it. We'll keep it. Let's see if we can get our super friends together. Let's start off with a black. Our path goes black and white first, and then from there it almost doesn't really matter. There we go. Let's go for a white. And let's teach Giada what the meaning is of the Vanishing Verse. So it looks like we're playing against ORZHOV Angels again. Well, let's find out for sure. Should we go for a red just to make sure? Yeah, let's. Oh, no. Yeah, no. Yeah. Red. Let's see what we got in your hand there, my friend. Alright, bring him back from the grave, put a shield counter, stupid dumb one, and this guy right there needs to be delayed as long as possible. Wow, we're just getting the red. Alright, I'd like to introduce you to the Groom. His name is Edgar. Hello, how do you do, my darling? Righteous Valkyrie. Somebody needs to be killed with the Eiganjo. We'll send in Edgar. Pretend that we can't do anything with the cards in our hands. Or blocking. Perfect. And there goes Edgar. It's not how you treat a lady, Edgar. Alright, let's go be mean. Ooh, do I not have two blacks? I guess I don't. Can't be mean. Instead, I can do other stuff though. You gonna kill somebody? Nope, you're just gonna let her die. Boy, Edgar's just slapping these angels around. I'd really like to pull another black. I'd really like Lolth at. She'd do a great job of blocking those angels that come into play. Plus, she'd also be just using up all these little tokens that are gonna die. Ooh, someone noticed that they have a Frost Dragon. That was kind of a dumb move. Sure, you could do 3 points of damage. Congratulations. Okay, here we go. Let's see what they have in their hand. Ooh, Meathook. That'll slaughter all my guys. Come on, Spider Queen. I can't put her out. I've already got one. Send in the dragon. Right, are we gonna do Black Adeline? Dead! Dead! Victory! Subscribe. Alright, so here is ORZHOV Super Friends. And, you know, okay, that last game, I don't think we got, I mean, we didn't get out any of the Planeswalkers. Nobody that had actual super powers. All we got out was like Batman and, I don't know, who's a Huntress, okay? Yeah, there you go. Just some people that are pretty kick-ass. And those guys kicked ass. In fact, we did way better in this game than we did in the previous two where we actually got Planeswalkers out. It was probably the people we played against. They had a lot more control or something, and we were just getting wiped out by control. And, you know, that what can you do? When you go up against control, you kind of just have to plow your way through it, allowing yourself to be killed, unless you have blue to counter it or those new shields to keep your dudes alive, right? But, yeah, we don't have any of that. So this is not anything from New Capenna. Nothing new going on in this deck. But it does have, it's like, let's just put in all these totally kick-ass individuals that are legendary. There is a good amount of control in here if you consider Kaya to be control. Who else is control? Wandering Emperor's control. Valki's a certain kind of control, especially Tibble is big-time control. Vanishing Verse, Meathook Massacre. You got the ability to look at their hands and get rid of things. There's a lot going on. I love ORZHOV for all of that. It's interesting having Adeline in here because you usually want to see Adeline when you got you're creating a bunch of white tokens, and like you want to say I'm going to do something with those tokens. Yet this deck doesn't really have a reason for them. I mean, I guess that Wedding Announcement helps to pump them up, and that's great. But it's not like we're like sacrificing them or anything. I mean, Lolth is probably the most combo-rific with all the tokens, just because tokens are generally pretty low end. They get killed easily. I mean, I guess one interesting thing you could do would be to Meathook Massacre, like your own dudes, make Lolth go to Crazy Town, then put out the Lolth Super 8 power, and then go ahead and go in with something that survived the Massacre, which would do a minimum of 8 points of damage. That'd be an interesting combo. That's a lot. And if I'm going to kill enough dudes to get Lolth up to, what is it, 8? It's like I could have just attacked with them anyway, especially if I've got like Wedding Announcement, Glorious Anthony. But no matter what, it's nice to have options, and that's one thing this deck does provide. So I got to say, I thought this deck was fun. In the last game specifically, I think it's actually pretty decent. I just think that the first couple games we played were just bad luck. You know, you're going to go up against things that are going to be able to handle you, and you know, this deck took it. So anyways, I hope that you end up having as much fun with this deck as I did. Well, now it's time to say goodbye to you and all your kin. I would like to thank you folks for kindly dropping in. You're all invited back tomorrow to this locality to have a heaping helping of my hospitality. You should, like, you know, sit a spell and take your shoes off. Y'all come back now, you hear?